Chicago Cubs News Today.
Anyone who follows the Cubs closely knows that certain kinds of news always spark debate. And look, the 2026 season has barely started, and the pitching staff already looks like a hospital. So then the front office goes out and signs a guy who was a first-round draft pick, but whose career took a turn nobody expected. And now the question every fan is asking is this: is this a real solution, or just a temporary patch before things get even worse? Stay with me, because I'm going to break it all down, and we're going to analyze together what this means for the future of the Cubs rotation. The Cubs just made another move, folks. And look, this isn't the move we wanted to see, but it's what we've got. The Cubs have just signed Tyler Beede to a minor league contract. That's right, Tyler Beede, the same guy who was a first-round pick by the San Francisco Giants back in 2014. The pitcher will report to Iowa, our Triple-A affiliate, and this move comes at a moment when the pitching staff has been completely wrecked by injuries. Because look, the situation is critical. Cade Horton, out for the entire season after Tommy John surgery. Matthew Boyd and Justin Steele, out indefinitely. The rotation we had planned for 2026 has basically fallen apart before it even truly began. Craig Counsell is being forced to work miracles with what's left. Now, who exactly is this Tyler Beede the Cubs just picked up? Well, his story isn't exactly encouraging. He was the 14th overall pick in 2014, a first-round talent who never fully broke through at the major league level. He debuted in 2018 with the Giants, had a full season in 2019 with a 5.08 ERA, and then came Tommy John surgery in 2020. Since then, it's been a constant battle. He's had stints with Cleveland and Pittsburgh, played in Japan, bounced around independent leagues, and now, here he is. And the recent numbers? They don't lie. In 2024, with the Guardians, he allowed 13 runs in just 14 innings. In 2025, he couldn't even establish himself in the minor leagues. This year in spring training, with the Cubs themselves, he didn't stand out either. That's why this is a minor league deal. It's essentially a low-risk move to add depth. So let me ask you, Cubs fan, what are you thinking right now? Because I know some people are looking at this signing and thinking, seriously, this is the plan. A guy coming off rough seasons, who barely played in recent years, and now he's our depth option. I get the frustration. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see this as total desperation. This is a depth move, nothing more. Beede is heading to Iowa. He'll try to rediscover himself, and that's a big if he shows something. Great. That's one more card to play. If it doesn't work out, we lose nothing. That's what minor league deals are, for options without risk. Because the truth is, the Cubs need volume right now. With Javier Assad already promoted to the rotation, the next options are Vince Velasquez and Kyle Wright. Colin Reed and Ben Brown will likely get chances too. But if injuries keep piling up, and this is baseball, they always can, we're going to need everyone available. And then there's Jackson Wiggins, the name everyone wants to see. 2 games in Iowa, 5 runs allowed, but 10 strikeouts. Counsell has already made it clear he's going to be patient with his development, and I completely agree. You can't rush a promising prospect just because you're desperate right now. That would hurt the franchise long term. So what does this Beede signing really mean? To me, it means the organization is being realistic. They know the pitching staff is fragile. They know they need bodies, arms, options. And while they wait for Boyd and Steele to come back, and hopefully sooner rather than later, they're putting together whatever pieces they can find. But here's the real concern, Cubs fan. If the injuries don't stop here, if they keep stacking up, this season could fall apart before June even arrives. Because no matter how many Tyler Beeds you sign, if your core pitchers aren't healthy, you're not competing in the NL Central. It's that simple. And look, I'm optimistic about this team. I believe in Counsell, I believe in the roster, and I believe that when everyone is healthy, this team can compete. But we also have to be realistic. The medical staff has to deliver. These rehabs have to work. Because if they don't, we're going to spend the entire season patching holes with duct tape. So that's where we are. The Cubs signed Tyler Beede. It's not a headline-grabbing move. It's not the move that saves the season. But it might become another option when we need it most. And right now, with the pitching staff looking like a field hospital, every option matters. The question is, how long can we hold this together before it all collapses? And you, Cubs fan, are you confident this team can get through this wave of injuries? Or are you already worried about where this season is heading? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Go Cubs go!